Hey guys, and welcome back to my cove. I am Emily, and we are back at it with some more Amnesia: The Dark Descent. Last episode, we met Agrippa, who we didn't even know was alive. He spoke with us telepathically and kind of filled us in on some things. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't really know much of what's going on. I think the first thing we're gonna do is check my journal, figure out what I'm really supposed to be doing, because last I ended up in a room. I don't know where I'm at. I have questions. Let's hop right in. So, let's check our journal. Okay, so a heavy door is blocking the path, which is the one right behind us. Agrippa, the dying man, seeks a note written by a man named Johann Weyer. An orb is needed to enter the inner sanctum. Its shattered pieces lie scattered in the torture rooms. I'm assuming these are the torture rooms. Two levers on the top floor are not working. There's probably some problem with the machine. Wait, I accidentally fixed the machinery the last time I was playing. Hold on. I thought that was weird that we fixed that and then we didn't find any levers. So we're going back to the nave. The thick liquid spread across his tongue. He swallowed excessively to consume every drop. He looked through the window at the widespread forest and the morning sun. Will this ever end? He thought. Ooh. Alright, so now we're back.
These cells are meant to hold prisoners who are under treatment. The people you send for will end up here. Remember that the confinement itself works as a preamble to the torture, and you should pace yourself. Don't take anyone before they are ready.
Understood.
Sounds from the torture chambers are shuttled in through those pipes in the ceiling. Manage your victims well, and let one prisoner's pain instill terror in his cellmate.
That's why you can hear it throughout the entire building. Because of the pipes. That's awful.
Was there something else? Weyer was a brave man and dared to proceed where I did not. He unearthed a number of cavern temples and gathered a whole collection of orbs. But unlike every other finder since the fall of the Israel faith, he was able to unshackle the harm you and I connected with the orbs. He used them and was able to travel far and wide, beyond the world itself.
Whoa. That's pretty cool.
Me, powerful. Not the way I hoped for. I've done all that I can to escape this prison. But now, I use all my strength merely to stay alive.
Oh, these! Right. Awesome! I'm glad I checked the journal. That was...
Daniel, you have gone too far. I have to stop you. I can't let you proceed any further. I'm sorry, my friend.
Are those spiders?
Daddy, good to see you. You got the doors open? Good going. I knew you could do it.
I was wondering what that was all about.
My pupil, Johann Weyer, said he'd found a way to take me with him beyond the stars. But I was too afraid to come along. Seriously. And now, all I can do is regret it.
I'll find it.
How are things coming? I've always hoped Weyer would return and give me a second chance. But so does Alexander. That's why he keeps me here, as a hostage, hoping Weyer will reveal himself.
Oh, that's not good. Oh, that seemed wasteful. Ooh. Whoa! Agrippa channels Wire. Wire taunts me from the other side. I trust him with my true reason for my efforts, and still he insists on me releasing Agrippa. How an enlightened man can show such lack of compassion in a seat of power disgusts me. I can't bring myself to part from Agrippa, as he is and has been for centuries my only link to the worlds beyond. Wire claims he tries his best to release me from my banishment, but that he needs me to give him Agrippa first, so he too can help. Banishment. If he could guarantee success, I would happily oblige, but how am I to part from him if my return might be denied? I know what they are capable of. I have seen their deception. Optimism is a most hopeless feeling, but I must retain it. I shall prepare for his release. To release Agrippa without killing him, Wire told me to feed him a tonic made from a paralyzer, vitae and tampter. The poisonous fungi should work as a paralyzer. If I can find the internal gland from a large specimen, the choir seems to be a fertile ground for this sort. I should then be able to extract its contents with the proper tools. The vitae could be extracted as usual from any agonized human victim's blood. I just need a large amount to distill it properly. Remember to collect this during the next torture session. Tampter, on the other hand, will prove more difficult. I don't think it exists in this world. Simply writing the word with these letters looks wrong. I believe it's a property of the secretion in the water-dwelling canarch. I think that's how you say it. I will have to address Wire with this, and he will have to supply me with a host. Also, a properly prepared well should suffice to contain it. Oh, the well. I could have swore it was pronounced Carrick. Maybe it is. In court, the Order of the Black Eagle spew their politics at each other while I sit quietly in place, willfully forgotten. Once in a while, someone will notice me and lose themselves in a silent cower before regaining their senses. They all know I am the one and the same Alexander who helped their fathers and grandfathers to found this great order. I've seen them take their fathers' places, and they too will grow old and pass away, while I remain the same, aged not by time, but by anguish. I think we read that once before, that he doesn't age. So it's starting to build this world where it seems like Alexander isn't of this world. Oop, I went in. Such filthy thought. Good men can safely cheer their departure, as they are nothing but a burden to mankind. They shall not be missed. So what are we getting from here? So this is where we get the spores or whatever. Whoa. After the men had secured the prisoner, the ritual began. God.
The 15th of August, 1839. The blood wards are failing. The shadow beckons, and its cry disarms my actions. Hurry. No time to spare. You have to kill another. Alexander produces a knife. He wants me to cut the flesh. Do it. Save yourself. He is a murderer, Daniel. He is evil. A cold-blooded killer. Hurry.
Do I have to?
Alexander, you must let me be. I have to concentrate. Paint the man, cut the lines, cut the flesh, watch the blood spill, let it come.
Is that Vitae? Oh, good.
Please, I didn't do anything. Paint the man, cut the lines. Paint the man, cut the lines. Please, the man cries. Now you see. I did well. One life for another. You hear me, guardian of the orb? I did all this for you. Now, once more, withdraw your shadow from my domain. Alexander, there isn't much time. I can feel it. We must act swiftly. I will do whatever it takes.
The petals. Wow, Daniel sucks. Wow, this took like a very different turn. The fear had begun to drown him again. He reached once more for the empty bottle of laudanum. In frustration, he smashed it against the bedpost.
What are my intentions, Daniel? Salvation. It used to be yours, but now you only seek misplaced revenge. How do you justify your violence? Is it for the greater good? Are you doing the world a service? It is you who caused all this pain and death. If you had accepted your fate and submitted to the orb when you first discovered it, none of this would have happened. It is curiosity in league with your selfishness that is killing us both.
Whoa, whoa! Where did he even come from? I didn't see him. I don't see where he is. Oh. So hard to see.
Whatever it takes.
What do I... Oops. Oh no. The traitor did not know what to think of the brass bowl as he was forced to enter it. Only when the heat of the fire began to scorch his skin and cook his flesh did he realize it was to be his tomb. His screams of pain echoed inside the brass chamber and traveled through the complex instrument which was the bull's head. Outside, the men could hear the brazen bull bellow. I thought I'd find one of the orbs. Oh. That's awful. I figured there was another pipe.
The wheel is good for keeping your victims still during the procedure. They can be bound around the circumference or simply stretched across, tying limbs to the spokes and rim. All tools are by this point useful, and you may administer the torture in any way you like. But the forte of the wheel is the gaps. When you have decided that the victim shall die, you can smash their limbs with a hammer, making them fold in between the frame.
But they'll die. Too quickly, I mean.
No, don't worry. The human body is much more resilient. They can survive for days until they finally succumb.
Oh my God. The murderer's limbs were tied to the spokes of the wheel. They turned the wheel slowly, but with intent, so the rope secured around his legs stretched and cracked the bone. He no longer had the strength to scream. The two men looked at each other knowingly and took a hammer and struck the victim's chest in a final act of mercy. I'm confused. I was doing both of that? Please don't tell me. Oh, okay. Let's just check over here real quick. I don't think there's one over here, but... Oh, maybe there is. Whoa, I'm glad I checked. Oh no. The forger stood absolutely still. The casket had been closed, but a faint light made its way inside. A myriad of spikes pointed at him, glittering as they waited for his body to slip just for a moment. His knee jerked and he felt blood trickle downward, down his leg. In pain, his head fell slightly forward. It took him a while to realize his eye had been ruptured and begun to leak. Now I think we're good. So since there's 6, I'm assuming there's 3 on this side, 3 on the other side. It had gone too far. The man was suffocating as he could no longer breathe properly between the lashes. Displeased, he started to look for the Damascus rose oil. Oh, right. Carefully cutting the man open made him think. This is how Father must feel about his craft. Being an artisan, relying on one's skill to perform something so delicate grants a certain form of pride.
How are things coming? Incredible. You found Vile's recipe. Then there might still be a chance. Listen carefully. Alexander is working on opening a gate, a door to another realm. It's where he wants to go. If you could put your anger aside, let him open the portal before you take your revenge. Let me pass the gate then. Please, find the ingredients and prepare the tonic via the scribes. And do so before you assemble the orb. The barrier keeping you from the inner sanctum will only be breached for a short time. Unless everything is taken care of before mending the orb, you won't be able to save me. Looks like you cleaned out the choir. Head for the transept and find the rest of the orb pieces.
Okay.
You're a good boy, Daniel. And I appreciate your company. But I believe you have more important things to take care of.
I love Agrippa. Alright, so in the note, it talked about this. There's a Carrick down there? Carrick? So, can we? Yeah! So I'm assuming, the thickly, oh, we already read that. I'm assuming we get the Vitae in this room? I hope I'm not wrong. Whoa, I was not expecting this.
How much more, Baron? How much more am I supposed to withstand? Kill me already! Kill me!
This one. Prepare him.
The kidnapper sat on her knees with her hands tied behind her back. She felt her hands being lifted and her body followed. Her shoulders gave way to the weight of her own body and cracked loudly. The suspended woman cried hysterically as the men contemplated their next step. Jesus, Daniel. Jesus.
No, don't kill her! Let me go, you brute! The cradle is ready.
Good.
You're a man! How can you partake in this? Is he all right?
He is one of the wicked. Don't pay his lies any attention.
I'm not a bad man! It was an accident!
He set a man on fire.
It wasn't my fault! Why won't anyone listen? That's horrible.
Of course. We are dealing with monsters here.
So he was fooled, thinking everyone he was torturing was bad. They weren't, though, I'm assuming. I suppose that's one way to justify it.
No, please! Do anything! Whatever you want! Anything! I'll do anything! I'm innocent!
The artist kept crying as he was slowly lowered on and off the impaler? It didn't take much to break him. They had meant for him to die, but the torture was working beyond their expectations. It wasn't the method, it was the arsonist. He was different from the others. They could make him forget again. Jesus. This is disturbing. Jesus. God, no. The rapist hanged upside down, his tears soiled with blood flooding from his belly. The saw between his legs had lodged itself in the hip and wouldn't move any further. The men stepped back and waited for the victim to drain. Honestly, I always say I never have sympathy for someone that does that. But, maybe I just found some. I don't know. Whoa. It looks like the house. There are quite a few things to be said about torture. I had figured that the reaction I would get from the victims would be highly individual. Thankfully, this is not the case. The humans all have a very similar approach to dealing with physical pain and the terror of anticipation. I can't stress enough the importance of restraining the victims before proceeding. Even the most timid creature can break out in fits of violence where their strength exceeds their expected prowess. If proper care has been put into breaking the victim, this should not be a problem, but it will also hinder the effect I am after. The right steps to take are, therefore, to restrain while the victim is still dazed. Proceed by presenting the form of torture you are about to apply, and then to continue with the actual act. The point of presentation is to infuse terror. The human mind is extremely effective as it will trigger itself into greater fear, simply by imagining it. While applying pain, make sure to avoid massive damage as it will prove more efficient if the process can be sustained. Also, apply the pain in doses, if possible, with breaks to let the body settle. If you are whipping or cutting the victim, strike once, wait for the pain to subdue, then strike again. As long as the body suffers, it will continue to produce the vitae and saturate the blood with its properties. Only with careful performance will the victim yield maximum effect. If the victim doesn't behave as expected, it is likely that it will be for naught. Before this happens, feed them the amnesia drink and try again later. Is it you, my love, I miss the most, or is it perhaps myself? I know what I have become. I am not blind. I am a monster to them, a demonic sultan perched on a dark mountaintop. There is little I can do to redeem myself. The Black Eagle fears me, and after Napoleon's defeat, it is only a matter of time before they will demand my head on a platter. I must remove myself from this land. This time it must work. If I can't return home now, I shall perish. Oh, I think I know what to do with the string. Wait, really? I see. Oh. How do we purify it?
see you have all the orb pieces you need. I know I have no right to ask anything of you, but if you could find it in your heart to gather the ingredients for Vaya's tongue before attempting to mend the orb, there might still be a chance for you to save me. Please, my fate is in your hands.
Yeah, but how do I purify the blood?
I see you have all the orb pieces you need. I know I have no right.
Is it in here? I don't know how to get in there. Maybe there's a way around?
I see you have all the orb pieces you need. I know I have no right to ask anything of you.
I guess we just go back through here. Whoa, whoa, whoa! They weren't in there before! Sleep? Wait, was that supposed to happen? Hazel spent all summer in bed. He used to read to her after helping his father with his work. In his mind, he was like, I don't know how to say that. And as long as he kept telling the story, she would not die. Whoa! 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 So that was supposed to happen. I was not expecting that.
You had me worried. Quite frankly, I'm not sure what to do with you. I hold no grudge against you, Daniel. We are so very much the same, you and I. Did you really drink from the amnesia mixture? It does explain so much of your behavior. You never did finish what you set out to do. You talked about redemption, how you would face the orb's shadow and save our work, and me. I will grant you another chance to redeem yourself. You can wait here and stop the shadow. Thank you, friend.
Okay, I know what we're doing next, but I have to end it here. Oh, okay. I was not expecting that. That was all super crazy, and I'm just like baffled. I hope we get a chance to help Agrippa. I hope there's a way into the laboratory, and I didn't just like lock that ending for us. Because he said you have to be able to do it before. I don't know. We'll figure it out. If you guys are liking, please feel free to like, maybe subscribe. Tee. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.